Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the beautiful studios of KALV Radio. This is the Rose and Ben Radio Rodeo Roundup, which this week will really have something to do with rodeo, for God's sake. We're going out to the big building, and we're going to have a bull riding, and you know about those things, but we're going to reiterate a little bit today. On the side of the building, it's incredible. In fact, Rosie toured it. She'll probably give you her critique, if you will. She's a lifetime school teacher, and they do that. She told me she gave the building an A-. So I'm not sure where the minus came in. She may have to defend that or recant her critique. We'll see how that goes. The bull riding starts tomorrow and continues through the next day. And it's the biggest thing around. This is Bull Battle 10. This is the Rose and Ben Radio Rodeo Roundup, starring Rose, ladies and gentlemen, working without a net, fall down 7 times, get up 8, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, a world of wisdom. However, she forgot to give you the word of wisdom last week. So we're going to start out with the word of wisdom, and you would not have your pen and paper handy until the end of the broadcast, but today, stop what you're doing, get ready with the thought. Here's Rosie.
Okay, good morning, Benny. It's good to be here. It's a great day to be alive in Alva, Oklahoma. And I have a couple of things I want to get to here, but the first thing I will do is give that word of wisdom. You can do anything, but not everything. So you guys remember that. Sometimes we ladies get to thinking we can do everything, but we can't.
Yeah. We have a raft of ladies, so
yes, we
bring
do.
them on in.
All right. I want to say one thing about that fabulous Salt Fork. I got to tour that last week, and it is unbelievable. It is, I can't think of all of the words to say for it. I was taken aback. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It is beautiful. You go in there and you kind of get a different feeling. I can't explain it. Like maybe you're in a castle or something. I don't know. But it is one wonderful facility for us to have here in Alva, Oklahoma. And I think we've got the boss here coming later on to talk a little bit about it. But boy, no, I give it an A++. So anyway, it's a wonderful thing. Now, we've got 3 ladies here, and they're from the Senior Life Solutions at Share. And the spokesman to begin with is Tabitha Talley. She is the program director, and she's going to introduce her ladies and give us a little overview of these Senior Life Solutions. I'm all over the place to say. I'll get my tongue in control.
Hi, I'm Tabitha Talley, and I'm the RN Program Director for Senior Life Solutions, which is a new outpatient program at Share Medical. We are designed to meet the unique needs of older adults, typically 65 and older, who are experiencing depression, anxiety, and other mental health challenges associated with aging. Like I said, I'm the program director and the nurse, so I'm responsible for directing and coordinating the activities of program staff to ensure quality patient care and providing community education to create awareness of the program. And I have with me Carolyn Cole, who's our therapist, and Kaylee Schmidt, who is the office patient coordinator.
I'm Carolyn Cole. I'm an LPC candidate, and I'm responsible for providing the therapeutic services for our patients. So that's through group, individual, and family therapy sessions. And then I focus on the quality patient care and provision of services that are ordered by our physician.
I'm Kaylee Schmidt, the office patient coordinator. I'm responsible for providing quality administrative and clerical services for the program staff and assisting our patients with care needs.
Okay, now my question is, what if this is geared for seniors, correct? Mental help for seniors. Okay, so I feel like I need to have some help, but I need to go talk to somebody. Okay, who do I call first?
So you can either call us directly at our office, and that phone number is 580-430-3378, and you will get a hold of one of us, and we will set up a time to meet with you to discuss details about the program, and then hopefully lead that into an assessment where we will discuss more about why you're needing the services.
Okay, you will have a counselor at your facility to facilitate me. You will put me in touch with a counselor, or will you just say, well, you need to go see a counselor?
Actually, your first meeting is with me as the nurse, and so I do the physical assessment. I can either do that at your house, or I can have you come to the office. And then that's where we will discuss all of your physical needs, as well as your medications and all of those things.
I think you said physical needs also. Is that what you meant?
It's a physical assessment, so we're going to be talking about like your physical conditions related to medical.
Okay, do you put me through a series of tests?
The only tests that we do are like our outcome testing, and that is a depression screening, an anxiety screening, and another psychological screening, as well as a mini mental status exam, which is just to test and make sure that you're going to be able to learn from the program.
Okay, Benny, do you have any questions?
I have tons of questions. Tons of questions. You think you've got this deal ironed out pretty well?
No, I'm waiting for your questions.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get you one. We're going to try to keep the lights on for another week or two right now. We appreciate you joining us on Rose and Ben on the Radio Rodeo Roundup. Speaking of roundups, the 80th annual Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup is coming up, and we'll be talking about that later on today. Join us back in just a moment for more Rose and Ben.
You're listening to Rose and Ben on KALV.
Beatles New Beginnings Nursing Center is proud to offer comprehensive care solutions for those who matter most. From rehabilitation and palliative care to skilled nursing and long-term care, Beatles is committed to providing comfort, dignity, and peace of mind. Now, with a second location, the Beatles family continues its long-standing tradition of excellence, serving the people of Northwest Oklahoma with the same compassion and dedication they've been known for. Come by and see them at 720 North Share Boulevard in Alva. Beatles New Beginnings Nursing Center, your care, your comfort, your community.
This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
Good morning. We're back here with these group of gals here from Share on Senior Life Solutions. And Carolyn Cole is going to tell us some more few things that we need to hear.
I'll do my best. My name is Carolyn Cole, like she said. And again, I'm the therapist. And so I was just going to talk a little about what I do for our program. So I lead the group where we do group therapy. And I also am the one that's in charge of individual sessions. So I'd be who you'd be meeting with one-on-one. And group, we just usually have a topic that we discuss, and then it's just nice to have space for the individuals to come in and talk about what's been bothering them and maybe learn some coping skills and go from there. So.
Okay, what if I'm not a senior? What if I'm 25 years old? What's going to happen?
So if you're not a senior, if you don't meet criteria for a program, then we would refer you to another appropriate facility that they could provide counseling services and the support that you need.
Okay, we've got some more information coming down the pike here.
I'm Kaylee Schmidt. If you're wondering if you need a provider refer you, you can refer yourself, or your primary doctor can refer you, family members, friends, community groups, nursing or residential facilities.
Okay, where do you do this? Basically on campus there at Share, you have the counseling and the things that we can all take care of right there. Okay, what else do we need to know about this really fantastic program?
Just wanted to let you know that we're committed to providing excellent care and being invested in our community. So we're always available to answer any questions, provide educational in-services, and any information to community members. We're also out and about in the town of Alva. You'll probably see us a lot with this next month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so we have a lot of activities and events planned for that month.
Okay, is there anything we've missed on this that we need to know about? I think it's a fantastic program, and we're lucky to have this in a town of our size. It's kind of like the event arena. We're lucky to have these programs in Alva, Oklahoma. Do any of you have any more things that we need to know about that you can talk about? Here's Gal.
I guess the last thing I'd say is just that we're here and we want to support you. And so just give us a call and we will, see what we can do for you. That number again is 580-430-3378.
Tabitha, have we covered this?
For the most part, yeah. I just want to make sure that anyone knows that mental health can be a bit of a taboo situation, feelings, anything like that. I just want anyone to know that we are a very supportive and encouraging group, and we're willing to talk to anybody about these problems, and we want to ensure that our community keeps this program here and allows our area to be covered for mental health.
Okay, so let me rephrase. You did take referrals then from doctors and people around here?
Yes, we do. A doctor don't have to refer you. You can refer yourself.
Okay.
Coping skills.
Yes.
We need some coping skills, Rose.
Yes, I do.
I would have never said that, Rosie.
Correct.
I don't know if you asked this because I was walking away at the time, but I'm interested. So in this, so maybe we're asking the same question twice. But Tabitha, how much more interest is there in mental health and mental health problems, not just here, but in the country than, say, 10 years ago?
I think that there's a lot more interest here lately, more recently, for mental health because I feel like it's not as taboo as it used to be, and the education is getting out to the public that it's okay to have these problems. The way that I explain it is you wouldn't make fun or talk bad about somebody who takes insulin for their diabetes. So why judge somebody who takes an antidepressant for depression or anxiety? I feel very strongly about any sort of antidepressant medications or anything like that, that some people just have to have it and in order to function daily, just like the rest of everyone else.
Okay, I hope people are listening and realize that we have this service available in Alva, Oklahoma.
It's a beautiful thing, and the atmosphere, what am I trying to say? Help me here, Rosie. The environment of mental health in our communities is amazingly different. I mean, it is becoming so commonplace. I heard a statistic, and I guess you can do anything you want with numbers, but one out of 1 out of 5 people on the street today is being treated for some kind of mental health situation. Does that sound accurate to you, Tabitha?
Yeah, it does sound accurate. The number of Americans age 65 and older is becoming, will reach about 82 million by 2050. And so a lot of those people are, might be lonely and isolated in their homes because they are limited by mobility, chronic pain, and some of them have gone through problems such as loss of a loved one or other age-related issues that put them at risk for mental health conditions. So that's why we're here, is because we want to make sure that anyone dealing with any sort of age-related problem can come to us. We're not meant to be a long-term care. We are just meant to be a short-term, help you learn some coping mechanisms, get you through what you're going through, and then send you back out into the world to, live your best life, right? So
I think also our government has just become aware and are beginning to stress programs just recently, if I'm correct.
And I believe that you are. I've been seeing public service announcements in areas that I have never seen before, just in the last couple of years. Rosie, great job, ladies. Thank you very much. We appreciate you coming out. We're going to pause for this message here with the Rosie and Ben Radio Rodeo Roundup, and when we come back, we'll talk, well, maybe even a little bit of a rodeo roundup. We'll be back.
It's Rose and Ben on KALV. Let's talk about your future. Are you looking for a career change or possibly training in computers, health careers, automotive, cosmetology, digital design, electrical trades, welding, or biomedical sciences? At Northwest Technology Center, we offer these programs for adults, high school, and homeschool students from Alene Clio, Alva, Canton, Cherokee, Fairview, Freedom, Ringwood, and Winoka. Call to enroll today at 580-327-0344 in Alva or 580-227-3708 in Fairview. Northwest Technology Center is preparing students for success in education, careers, and life. This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
Welcome back in, everybody. It is the Radio Rodeo Roundup starring Rose, and I'm the guy that assists Rose. And over there is Cade Kennedy, the producer-director of this hurtling mass. So we come to probably the most exciting thing that's happened in and around Alva, Oklahoma in my lifetime, other than possibly my birth. That was a pretty big deal, but it's been a minute. So outside of town, we've all been watching, but we couldn't go in because there was so much construction. But now the doors are going to fly open. It is time for the opening of the Salt Fork Event Center. Larry Milburn and staff here. The last time Larry was here, it was Larry Milburn who was just in town and was going, well, the people seem to be friendly enough. So, Larry, thank you for coming back in to chat a minute, because I know you are busier than all of those cliches about paper hangers and those. So, but you now have staffed this baby up. So introduce your staff, and let's talk about that building where people can kind of picture what they're going to see when they go there tomorrow night.
Well, thank you, and thank you, Rose and Ben, for having us on here. Really appreciate it. Last time I was here, it was the Larry show, and was working very, very hard on getting things up. But I'm really excited to announce that we finally have some staff members onboarded. I have, I'll start off with our event coordinator, and that's Jalen Spady. And Jalen's, she's a Alva resident here, and she's been in association with the Alva Arena Authority. So she's a wonderful resource because she knows a lot of the details. And then we go over and we have a marketing and outreach director, and that's Amy Williams. And Amy's been around Alva, and a lot of people know her, but most importantly, she knows a lot of people. And so I'm really excited once we do get through this first fantastic event that's on our docket, that she'll be just ready to rock and roll and get out there and get us some events and work with the community. And it's exciting. And then we have another gentleman here, Matt Ward, and Matt is our director of operations. But another nice thing about Matt is he's got a heavy background in IT. And in this day and age, as everybody knows, information technology is the way to go. So we've got a lot of our bases covered. And so I'm really excited about all of that, and I really appreciate your comments, Rose, on the type of building. And when you came in, I'm certainly glad to announce that when you came in, you realized that, wow, it's even bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, and it's a grand thing. And we've been working very hard. The design team, the contractor, and our staff have been working really hard to get ready for this first exciting event, Bull Battle. And I can tell you it's exciting, and I can hardly wait. And it's finally here. And I know the people of Alva are ready for it, so I'm excited. I'm going to turn the microphone over to Jalen. We're already getting inquiries and people that want to book the facility, and so we have got our methods developed and ready to rock and roll. So I'll let her talk a little bit briefly about some of the exciting events that are inquiring about it or already even booked. And here you go, Jalen.
Thanks. So my favorite part about the event center is that there is a space in that building for every kind of event. We've got a space for your cousin's birthday party, we have a space for your daughter's wedding, and we have a space for your big rodeo or your livestock show. There's something for everyone. And so we've had a lot of inquiries. This is all of our third week working. So I've already talked to some amazing people who are really excited to be out there. And yeah, we've got a lot coming up, but we'll leave it up for a surprise. So, and I can pass it over to Amy. She can talk a little bit more about that.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm not sure exactly what to say and tell you, except that I think that one of the most exciting things to me is I'm not sure that the people of the community realize what opportunities there are. We are planning, and our mission and our goal and our passion is to bring people to Alva that maybe have not been here. And if they have, maybe they just haven't got to spend nearly as much time and see all the things that Alva has to provide, and to partner with all the businesses here in town, and just to bring people here to see what an amazing community it is.
Well, Amy, I have a request. You are the event gatherer.
We're going to work on that together. Yeah.
Could you get Willie Nelson here?
Hey, Jalen, you get right on that. That would be great. We've had all kinds of people reach out. Actually, while we were sitting over here in your lobby, we had a band reach out to us asking if they could book just a few minutes ago. So yeah, we've had all kinds of people ask.
People are calling you?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and I think a little bit that's due to our social media. We do have a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and we're going to be really excited to just put stuff out daily and get people coming to town.
Are you going to be open to any event, or is it going to be narrowed down to certain things?
It'll be open to any event. I tell you, and when Jalen said that we've got a place for anything that you would want, and that's truly the case. The facility is wonderful, and I've got quite a bit of experience and have seen lots of facilities all over the country, and this one here is top level, and it's just the opportunities are fantastic.
You told me a little bit where you came from and what your background is. Could you repeat that?
Well, yeah, I've got a little experience. I've been in this career working at facilities, rodeo arenas, and that. So I am originally from Cheyenne, Wyoming, and spent a little time at the big rodeo they have up there, Cheyenne Frontier Days. Worked there for 11 years, and then I went out and actually worked on and built a facility very similar to the Salt Fork Event Center. And so that's kind of why I'm here, because I knew a little bit about how to things should actually be running, and it has been an absolute pleasure. And I didn't realize it'd be that much fun doing the work. It was hard work, but I've really enjoyed it. And it was a start from scratch deal, and so all of the things that I didn't see quite worked out, I could change them at that point. So that's been enjoyable.
Well, what do you think about a facility for Alva, Oklahoma? Isn't this kind of a rarity for a town our size to have something like this?
You're asking me, so I'm going to answer the question. Okay. So the facility that Larry was talking about, or the area, is in a town of what, Larry, 80,000 people, something like that? Yep. And this facility here is on a grander scale with, what do we got, Rose, 5,000 or 6,000 people here, I suppose?
Yes, I think it's under 5.
I know we got a lot of cows per kilowatt for our radio station. I know that one. I was going to mention to all of you, one of the big complaints in Oklahoma City over the years that I've heard in working events is, and it's a complaint. If you're going downtown to the facilities, it's a wonderful thing if you're going to the state fairgrounds. Free parking, and we have free parking here at this facility. And you think about it, that's not a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I mean, you go to anything in downtown Oklahoma City, and you're gonna pay $30 to park within 8 or 10 blocks. And if you're going to get up close where you and I like to be, Rose, it's a much bigger deal than that. So cost-wise. So let me ask Matt Ward, the facility guy. We got parking, right?
Yep, we got good parking. I'm out there this morning. I'm getting the cone set up and getting it all sectioned off, and everybody should be ready to come out and have a good time, and there'll be plenty of spaces for y'all to park.
One thing we have quite a bit of is land. We have in Northwest Oklahoma. We're not closed in too much, like for instance, Bricktown in Oklahoma City or downtown. So Amy, you've been around this country, this part of the country, for a good deal of time. You had to get really excited when you saw the job openings on this deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been traveling for quite a while. I have worked in Wichita, Oklahoma City, Enid, all over the place. And so obviously when an opportunity like this came available, of course, I was over the moon about it. My daughter and son-in-law live here. I have 3 college students at Northwestern, and I'm absolutely amazed and really excited, yeah.
What do you mean you have 3 college? Do you rent them? How many kids do you have?
I know it's going to be one of these funny topics for sure. I am a mom of 5 daughters, and so I have one graduating. She's enrolled at Northwestern, and then I have one still in high school. So I have 5 extraordinary, beautifully talented, wonderful girls.
That is an absolute fact. I have I don't know if it's a TikTok or how I got it, but it's you and your daughters practicing for a church singing. And we didn't have Rose playing the piano on that TikTok, but that would have knocked it completely out of the park. You guys harmonize that's what you intended to do with these girls.
No, pretty much. We were raised that way. I was raised that way, and I did the same thing. I raised them the same way. So, yeah, we love to sing together, and we really enjoy it.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about Amy. Amy's a Kiowa girl, and her dad used to have the rope making. You still have the rope makers?
Yes, we do. And as a matter of fact, one of my college students has taken that over since my dad passed away last year, and she makes the little lariat ropes. And we are going to bring that to the event center the next possible opportunity we can. She is on the track team for Northwestern, and they have a track meet this weekend, but we're going to be doing that sometime.
Okay, well, I was going to go where I was going was your dad used to go to Dollywood. So Amy's been around and seen a lot. Did you get to go to Dollywood?
Oh my goodness, we lived there for quite a while actually, in Silver Dollar City, all over the place. So yeah, it's definitely been interesting for sure.
Well, I want to make a comment on the rodeo arena. That just takes your breath when you go in there. Did you tell me it was as large as it could be?
Yeah, it's really poised, and I'll let Jalen talk about that because Jalen, she went to school here. She was on the rodeo team, and so when I see her eyes light up when she goes in there, she's got that expertise that she'll let you talk about how wonderful that rodeo arena is.
Well, tell us about it. I guess you can have an event coming out of either three sides of it. You can't just come out one end. You could tell us all about it. It's phenomenal.
So our main arena is finished with some great seating. It can seat about 1,500 people. Yes, there's ramps, so there's a lot of accessibility for everyone. We have handicap seating, we have some VIP seats, so it's a fun environment where everybody will be seating for the weekend.
It seems to me like that this is access to all wheelchairs. There is no steps anywhere, is there?
There are some stairs, but yes, they were very mindful making the facility very accessible to everybody. So yeah, that's a great part of it. We also have great, this might sound kind of silly, but you have great circulation in there. We have a bunch of big fans hanging from the ceiling, and it's crazy how much air you can feel them moving around. We have our roping chutes and our roping boxes with a good little holding area for all the team ropers, calf ropers, breakaway ropers, and then where our alleyway will be for our barrel racers, goat tires. There's enough room back there for them to be able to wait. Some of their horses get a little bit hot, so they need to have room, get excited, so they need to have some room to wait for their run, their turn to go into the arena. So it's very spacious. It'll be very safe for everybody. The arena size is great, especially compared to some indoor arenas. It's going to be nice to have your barrels set up in there. There'll be plenty of room for steer tripping, team roping, all those events. We've got brand new bucking chutes out there, Prefert bucking chutes. They look great for this weekend. It's so pretty out there. And then also for our equine events, we have a warm-up arena that is the same size as our main arena, which is kind of, that's unusual. You don't go to very many places that have that kind of setup. So that warm-up arena is also set up to have ropings out there. It's fully finished with a turn back, a roping chute, roping boxes. So that'll be really nice. The warm-up arena is connected to the stall barn. We have about 170 stalls out there, brand new horse stalls. Yes, it's so nice and pretty out there. They have a attached breezeway from the stall barn and the warm-up arena that leads straight into the main arena for all the competitors to have easy access to go in and out and keep the flow of the event going smoothly. So it's a great setup. They have amazing wash bays in there. It's nice. It's beautiful.
You probably would have an inside track on getting the new world champion breakaway roper here.
Well, we're contacting everybody. It's exciting. So we're working on. I've talked to some people about having some clinics out there. So maybe some breakaway ropers would want to come and host a clinic. Barrel racers too. We're gonna have. We've talked to some people about some big barrel races, some big team ropings, and some of those big team ropings they run almost a week long. So there's gonna be some big events out there.
And I was thinking when Larry was showing us the setup for a big roping, to be able to have two arenas working. So if you're a head and heeler and you're gonna have you're going to get to go on 3 head. You can go here, go right next door, do your second one, and now you're ready to come back over to. That's really a luxury in the rodeo business for the cowboys and cowgirls.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. One of my favorite setups that I've seen only at some arenas like the Lazy E for these big ropings is, they'll have 2 arenas going at once, and so you might run your 2 head in that secondary arena, and then they'll have the big short go in the main arena, which that's a really fun setup. It gives it some prestige, some importance, and makes it feel really special for those who make it back. So
I guess, I drive that direction. I could leave a note on Taylor Munsell's door and say, hey, we'd kind of like to have you at the big building, bring your trophy to kind of show off, right?
Oh, yeah, I bet she'd love that. She couldn't say no to you.
It's pretty nice to have a world champion that comes from your rodeo team. And actually, the championships of this rodeo team there's a plethora of them that a lot of people don't know about, but this is a heck of a rodeo team.
It is. There's been so many people from this community and our college rodeo team go on to, a lot from our college rodeo team went on to the college national finals, and then a lot of them have gone out onto the NFR and also win the NFR. So this community is so backed by rodeo culture, ranching community. It's amazing, and that's why I originally moved out here. I love this community and what it stands for. But yeah, when I was looking for colleges to come and compete on a college rodeo team, I heard about Northwestern just because of all the successes they had. At the time, Stockton Graves was the rodeo coach. Stockton had been to the NFR. And then actually just yesterday, we got to meet with the current college rodeo coach, Callie Griffin, and she's awesome to work with. And she's so excited to have the college rodeo out there this year, and we are too. And we were talking about all the alumni from Northwestern and the rodeo team who's had so much success. So yeah, it's awesome.
Is Northwestern one of the largest rodeo teams in the nation? How many are? Don't you have over 100?
I'm not sure what the current number is now. I think the last year I college rodeoed, we had maybe almost 90 kids on our team. But yeah, compared to when I was looking around for other college rodeo teams, this was one of the biggest college rodeo teams that I had seen. So
it's incredible. The whole facility, the country, the way. The first thing that Larry said to me when we had the original interview a couple of weeks ago, I asked him what around here has impressed you the most, and he didn't take but a say. He said the people. The people are so friendly. In fact, I think you said, Larry, that they remind you of your folks back home.
Yeah, I didn't. I couldn't really even tell the people are friendly. I was welcomed so wonderfully down here, and the scenery's kind of like what I'm used to. So even though I'm a ways, I feel like I'm home right here.
We're glad to have you. You act like one of us too. I want someone to tell us now the big event that's going to come up tonight, right? Who do I have? Who's going to do this?
Holy cow, there are so many really, really cool things going on this weekend. Obviously, the bull riding, there's youth bull riding, there's a trade show that's going to happen in our expo hall. There are all kinds of vendors, food trucks, all of our favorite bakers that are in town. They're going to be yummy goodies and things like that.
You're going to have vendors?
Yes, there's a trade show that they've been working so hard on in this brand new expo hall, and it is going to be fabulous. And the trade show is free of charge. So anyone that wants to come out and check that out, I think the doors open at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. The rodeo starts, the bull riding starts at 7 o'clock. And then I think at 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, you can come back to the trade show. And then there is a youth event riding all day. A couple of those winners get to be in the big show. In the evening, there is going to be women steer riding and what do they call it? A pinball event. It's going to be wild. It is going to be crazy, but it's going to be an awful lot of fun.
Oh, it sounds terrific. And I want to stress, it's easy access. You know, Benny always tells my age, but I'm telling it myself today. I'm 91, and it is easy to get into. Even if you're in a wheelchair, it's easy access.
Yes, and there are just so many neat things that you're going to be able to take a sneak peek. Hardly anyone's really had to have the opportunity to get in, so you're going to want to come and be the first to sneak around and take a peek and see what it all has to offer.
You know, Rose, I had this thought in thinking about Larry. It's not like the manager of this property is starting and well, we'll just see what happens. I mean, Larry has, I would think, correct me if I'm wrong, Larry, but you have invited and worked with about every different kind of show and vendor and event that there is for 20, 30 years. So the people coming to you are going to have like the bull battle guys talked about, very friendly to work with and very accommodating, but knowing what is necessary and what is you're just going to spend some money here that you probably don't need to spend in this particular area. You're able to guide people both ways and help them with the event and the money.
That's absolutely correct. And it's been with my career, one of the things that's kept me in here is because of the people that you get to deal with. And they are very good people. And I can tell you right now, the Bull Battle people have been wonderful to work with. They know what they're doing, which is really exceptional. And I've been to a few rodeos over the years, so it just makes for a nice meld of getting a very successful event. And so, but it's been an absolute pleasure throughout my career working at these things, and that's why I am very passionate about it, and so I know what works and what doesn't, and how to handle the things that don't work and get them taken care of, and it's been a joy.
So, Larry, you can truly say that old saying, "This ain't my first rodeo."
Yeah, I know it, and I said that probably for the first time when I met with the Bull Battle people. I said. And now I probably overuse it. So if anybody sees me and I'm using the same cliches, you can say, we've heard that before. But it is true. And so I'm just really excited. And it's kind of the reward for all the hard work is to get to see this thing come to life.
And a good manager is a good manager because he has good people around him. And it looks like you have surrounded yourself with the best.
I have, and I got to tell you, I got an A++. Did you say plus? Okay, but I'm giving myself an A++ on the hiring because we did get a team, and we will be working as a team, and that's the most. That was the most exciting part about that because we have a top-notch crew for taking this thing and bringing it to life.
Before Benny checks us out. Take out your phone and put on it memo. Go to the Salt Fork arena this weekend. It's worth your time.
Way to say it, Rosie. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. It's such an incredible thing happening here in Alva that we just go on, but that's good because it's deserving that it gets the praises it's getting, and these people will make your accommodations even better. Matt, thanks for driving the bus, getting the group here.
Yep, thank you, Ben, for the invite on the show.
All right. We're going to pause for this little bit of money making, and we'll be right back with more of the Rose and Ben Radio Rodeo Roundup.
It's Rose and Ben on KALV.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you.
We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
Welcome back in, everybody. It's the Rose and Ben Radio Rodeo Roundup. The man, the myth, the legend. His name is Matt, but I call him Sir. How are you?
Hey, good to be here this morning, Ben. Rose, how are you?
Just great. Glad to have you.
You know this guy.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You two should know each other. This is a little bit like Butch Cassidy not knowing the Sundance Kid, for God's sake. I promise. Introduce yourself to Rose, sir.
Rose, I'm Matt Adair, and originally from Winoka, Oklahoma. I work up here at the college and have the privilege of getting to be a part of the snake hunt every year with Ben.
That's because he is a Winokanite and he knows his snakes.
Okay. Well, I was going to say he's from Winoka, so you guys know each other quite well. You have a lot of stories you can tell on Ben?
I have a lot of them, but I've got to wait for the statute of limitations to run out on a few.
Okie dokie. We're moving now. The 80th annual Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup. That's how I remember how old I am, Matt.
Time it with the snake hunt?
Yeah. We're the same age. Yeah, we are the same age.
Well, I had heard that it was your 80th birthday this year.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations and happy birthday.
I know how you feel now when I roll out that 91 on you, Rosie. That's a slap up beside the ear, isn't it?
Yeah, but you get used to it.
yeah, you do. So, Matt, let's take a minute before we talk about the Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup and talk about Northwestern. You know, we've got Cade to keep us up to speed on things, but you're in a little bit of a different area of the university. So tell us what's going on up on the hill.
Well, we just finished spring break, which is always something that's very looked forward to. So getting back into the swing of having the kids on campus again. This week, we are interviewing our President's Leadership Class candidates. Can say that we've had a phenomenal applicant class, and our committee sorted through and chosen those that they thought needed to come in for round 2 and do the interviews. Those are being conducted this week. So we have had some amazing, amazing future Rangers on campus all throughout the course of this week, and we'll finish those up tomorrow. So it's just been a busy part of the year for us, and we're excited.
I think every part of the year is a busy part of the year for you. I mean, that place buzzes.
We try and keep it hopping, but when you surround yourself with 18 to 22, 23-year-olds, energy is in no short supply up there.
Yeah, it's the try to keep up mode, right?
Absolutely, especially for guys that are getting up there like I am. It gets a little more tough every year, but they keep you young, and it certainly keeps you grounded.
Listen to this youngster whine, huh?
Yeah, that's all I can say.
That's all you and I can say is, yeah, well, you got it tough, bud. So how's the child rearing coming? You've man, you got some excitement there.
Yeah, we got 3, and one's a senior this year, so that's been that has been awesome to get to watch her kind of go through her last run as a ladybug here in Alva, and then 2 junior boys coming up. So no shortage of things to go to on the high school front either.
Man stays busy, Rosie. He stays and always has. So Rosie, go ahead here. Let me come right over to you.
Okay. So the reason you're here isn't because of the Northwestern, it's because of the snake hunt?
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited to get to be a part of snake hunting. Like I said, for the last several years, I've gotten to be a part of that with Ben and Waylon and the Winoka Saddle Club down there. Great group of people.
Okay, I'm 91 years old. Should I come to the snake hunt?
Oh, without a doubt. Let me jump in and answer that. Okay, here's the deal, and this is the absolute truth, Rosie. You can go to Winoka, Oklahoma for 3 days of the snake hunt, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Have a great time and never see a snake if you don't want to. There's plenty to do, plenty. Or you can come and get in with the guys and see. We'll take you to the Den of Death, and you can see all the snakes you want. I got to tell you, I was managing K-Hits in Tulsa. It's a little rock and roll radio station, and the afternoon on-air person's name was Carly Rush, and Carly was a student at Tulsa University, and she wanted to be a herpetologist, and they mailed me a poster of the snake hunt, and it came to the radio station, and Carly saw it, and she said, "Can I go to that?" And I went, "Oh yeah, you sure can." So Carly's in with the guys in the Den of Death.
What's the Den of Death?
I'm about to tell you what the Den of Death is. The Den of Death is about a 20 by 20, four-sided. It's like a fence that you can't get through, but it's tall enough to keep the snakes down, but it's short enough that people can look over at the snakes, and there'll be 1,500 snakes in there. So I go in to see how Carly's doing, and the boys have taken a 5-gallon bucket and turned it over and put it in the middle of the Den of Death, and Carly is standing on the bucket. And the snakes are all interested in her. They're all, so I have a picture that her parents just about cardiaced when they saw, which I mean, it's a great picture, a great experience. But I said, guys, if that bucket gives way, I mean, in any direction, I mean, she is absolutely done. And that brings me to the White Fang Society. If you are bitten, you get a certificate that entitles you to all of the luxuries and all the things that go with the getting bit by a rattlesnake. The last guy that got bit, and Matt and I have had 3 snake handlers get bit. This guy was a snake handler and a good one, and it was going to be his last year. He'd done 20 or so, and a big snake caught him right above his boot. And the anti-serum, the serum antivenom is $10,000 a vial. It took 10 vials to get him leveled out. That snake absolutely nailed him with everything it had, and it was a big snake, which brings about this wives' tale. A small snake can only bite you a small. They come out of the rattlesnakes are born. They're not hatched, and they come out of the womb fully poisonous. I mean, 3 inches long, but they can nail you. This guy never came back. He's done with working for us. No, he's not dead, but he's kind of down on being enthusiastic about rattlesnakes. Is that the way you would put that, Matt?
I think that might be the fairest way to put that. Yeah, you can lose your enthusiasm pretty quick after just one of those experiences.
Okay, we got sidetracked here. Tell me what else I can see besides looking at a rattlesnake.
Well, you can see something that you experienced for the first time just a week ago, the Little Sierra State Park, with their big A-bait.
Oasis?
Yes, America's Oasis awaits you. So tell us how you enjoyed that afternoon.
Oh, yes. Just recently, we went down to the sand dunes, and I'd probably been 40 years. It was just the same as it was, I think, but it was phenomenal. I think we drove over every inch of that from the north to the south, and it was on a Thursday afternoon, and it was not heavily populated. Is it pretty populated heavily on the weekends?
The weekends are the best times to be there for sure as far as the population goes. Snake hunt is a really big weekend out there at the park. They bring in couldn't even fathom a guess, but I would say it's a couple thousand visitors out there pretty regularly. And, you know, Ben, it never ceases to amaze me, even growing up in Winoka. Those guys out there on the sand dunes, they spend tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on toys and travel trailers. And then you come downtown and you've got guys that spend tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars fixing themselves up from snake bites.
Oh, boy, yeah. Some of those dune buggies are pretty fancy. And it was indeed a pleasure to be able to go over the sand dunes on Thursday afternoon.
And you're invited back, Rosie. You're invited back. There will be music. Waylon and Dusty and Micah have brought in a really, really well-known band from part of them from Woodward, another band from close to Enid. There'll be music. There are features for kids, the bounce houses and those kinds of things. And where Matt and I love it is that's about, other than funerals, when we get to see the people we grew up with.
It is as close as you can get to a high school reunion without it being one, right down there in Winoka, for sure.
That's a fact. So we'll let me tell you, Rosie, so you don't miss it. We start weighing and measuring the snakes. We'll have a snake show and snake tails. That's TALES, and that's a big deal. Big trophy and $100 for the best snake story. The only things that the only policy we have is no profanity, no innuendos, if you will. And people have said to me, well, do you have to tell the truth? I said, being a snake hunter is like being a fisherman. You're incapable of telling the truth. It can't happen.
Well, when we went out on the dunes, they don't allow any alcohol either, which is probably a good thing.
It is a good thing. There's nothing worse than a drunk snake. Yeah, because they're mean drunks. So, Matt, we start weighing and measuring them at 3. Is that right, or is it 2?
I thought it was at 2. It could be at 3, but I know that from about 1:30 on, the show downtown is worth attending on that Sunday.
And Matt and I will dance for you on the stage. Yep.
Oh, that'll be something. Hey, I want to ask you, are we running out of snakes? Are there still as many being brought in?
It kind of depends on the year and the weather, but I would say that from the people that I've talked to, there is no shortage of snakes. It's just whether it gets warm enough to draw them out of the dens.
Oh, we've come to the biggest part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the show that pays you dividends. You don't just listen, you listen to incredible knowledge. Here, for the tip to live by, here's Rosie.
Okay, and this is the truth. Life calls the tune and we dance.
Bingo. Let's bring it on into the 80th annual Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup Talk. Matt, thank you for coming out, buddy.
No, thank you for the invite, and Ben, thank you for all that you do and have done for the snake hunt over these past decades. It's an incredible event, and you being out there, being a part of it, has made it very, very special.
What a kind thing to say. Wow, we need to end on that. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Rose and Ben Show, we now return you to what we affectionately refer to as regular programming.